Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Hidden History with Frank Strickland. Thank you for tuning in. Pull up a chair. Let me tell you a story about a man named Thomas Midgley Jr. Now, this wasn't your average Joe. Born in the late 1800s, this fella had an inventive mind, a real knack for tinkering. They called him a mechanical and chemical engineer, and boy, did he leave his mark. See, back in the early days of the automobile, engines had a problem. A noisy, rattling nuisance called knock. It wasn't good for the car, and it certainly wasn't pleasant for the driver. Young Mr. Midgley, working hard in the labs, set out to fix it, and fix it he did. He found a compound, a real game changer, he called tetraethyl lead. Add a little of that to your gasoline, and the knocking sound, gone. Smoother rides, better performance. They called it ethyl gasoline, and it was a sensation. Folks were happy. The car industry was booming, and Thomas Midgley Jr., well, he was hailed as a brilliant innovator. But there's always more to the story. You see, the very thing that made engines run smoother contained lead, and lead, as some were starting to whisper, wasn't good for people. The folks working in the plants, they started getting sick. Even Mr. Midgley himself had to take some time off to recover from its effects. But the wheels kept turning. The gasoline kept flowing, and the concerns, well, they were often brushed aside. Then came another challenge, another problem to solve. Refrigerators back then used some mighty dangerous stuff, things that could catch fire or even poison you. So Mr. Midgley put on his thinking cap once again, and wouldn't you know it, he came up with another breakthrough. Chlorofluorocarbons, CFC they called them. Seemed like a miracle, non-toxic, non-flammable, perfect for keeping your ice box cold and eventually cooling down your house. He even took a big swig of the stuff and blew out a candle to show everyone how safe it was. Another triumph for Thomas Midgley Jr., another step forward in modern living. But time, as it often does, reveals truths that weren't apparent at first. Decades later, scientists discovered something troubling about those CFCs. They were eating away at the Earth's protective ozone layer, the very shield that protects us from harmful radiation. The refrigerators and air conditioners that brought so much comfort were, in a way, creating a problem of their own. And as for Mr. Midgley himself, his later years brought a cruel twist. He contracted polio, leaving him disabled. Ever the inventor, he designed an elaborate system of ropes and pulleys to help him move around. In a strange and tragic twist of fate, it was this very invention that led to his untimely death in 1944. So there you have it, Thomas Midgley Jr., a brilliant mind, a man who solved problems that plagued his time, bringing progress and convenience to millions. Yet his two most famous inventions, born of ingenuity, carried unforeseen consequences that would echo for generations. A reminder, perhaps, that even the most well-intentioned innovations can have a story that unfolds in ways we could have never imagined. And that, my friends, is our hidden history.